Hello, my students, 7th grade. I'm your English teacher, Samar Jibril. Welcome again to English classes. For today, inshallah, we're going to continue our lessons from unit number 7, and today's lesson is reading. For today, we're going to have two outcomes. The first one is to read an article about the Highland Games. The second one is to learn irregular plurals. So you need to open your student book, page 83, and your workbook, page 70, exercise number 4. Said we're going to read an article. This article about the Highland Games. The Highlands is the name of a large region in the north of Scotland. So the country that we're going to learn today is a region in Scotland, and we're going to learn about different games and the sports that they are from this area. So first of all, we're going to listen to the text, then we're going to answer the questions that we have in front of us. So now let us listen. Try to match the words that we have here from 1 to 4 with the pictures that we have from A to D. So now let us listen to the article.
CD 2, Track 29. Listen to the article. The Highland Games. Are you bored with modern sports? Then come to the Highland Games in Scotland and discover traditional Scottish sports. The games celebrate Scottish culture and also include Scottish dance competitions and typical local food. From May to September, there are Highland Games in towns and villages across Scotland. Men, women and children travel from all over the world to watch. Nobody knows when the games started, but in the 11th century, King Malcolm III of Scotland held a race to find a fast runner to take his messages. Maybe this was the first Highland Games. Some historians say that the Victorians invented the games in the 19th century. Competitors at the games do a lot of different events. There are special, heavy athletic sports. One famous event is the caber toss. A caber is a heavy wooden pole. Contestants throw the caber. The winners are very strong. Other events are the stone put. Contestants throw a big stone. And the hammer throw. They throw a metal ball on a long stick. Another popular event is the tug-of-war. In this event, rival teams pull a rope in opposite directions. Local Scottish athletes wear traditional tartan kilts, similar to skirts. Tartan is a colourful material. In the past, Scottish people wore tartan to show which family they were from. Nowadays, people from all around the world compete in the events. So why don't you come too and experience the magic of the Highland Games? Fact: there are Highland Games all around the world. The first Highland Games in the USA took place in New York in 1836.
So here are the 4 traditional sports or the Scottish sports that are from the Highlands. First picture here, picture A, indicates the sport or the game, which is the hammer throw. They throw a metal ball along a long stick. So this is the hammer throw. Number 2 or B, we have the tug-of-war, which is we have rival teams. They pull a rope in opposite directions. C, the caber toss, which is heavy wooden pole and they throw the caber. The last one here we have stone put, which is the competitors or the participants throw a big stone. So here are the traditional Scottish sports. Read the article again. Are the sentences true or false? Correct the false ones. So again, we're going to read the text again and we're going to decide whether this sentence is true or false. If it is true, you're going to write T. If it is false, you have to try to write false F and you have to correct it. Number 1, the Highland Games started this century. It is false because the Highland Games started in the 19th century. Number 2, there aren't any Highland Games in the winter, which is true. 3. King Malcolm was a 19th century king. It is false. He was an 7th century king. Number 4. The winners of the heavy events are strong, which is true. 5. People didn't wear tartan in the past, which is false. In the past, people wore tartan to show which family they were from. And the last one, only Scottish people can compete in the games. It is false. Nowadays, people from all around the world, all from all over the world, compete in these events. So here are the answers. Second part of our lesson is going to be about irregular plurals أي الجمع المنتظم. Most of the time, or in a normal rule, if we want to make a noun plural, we're going to add s. For example, cat, cats, chairs, tree, trees. But we have some words, they are irregular, we can't add to them s. For example, we can't say mans, no, man, men. So today we're going to learn the regular plural forms and the irregular. If they are regular, so you're going to add s as usual. If they are irregular, so they have a different form. In exercise number 4, we're going to find the plurals of these words in the text. Are they regular or irregular? If the word is irregular, in other words, we can add s to it, then it is regular. If we can't add s to it, so it is an irregular plural. Number 1, village, we can say villages, so village singular, villages plural, so it is regular. Number 2, man, it is irregular because the plural form of man is men. Child, also it is irregular because we can say childs, no, children. Team, it is regular because we can say team, teams. Person, it is irregular because we can't say persons. No, we're going to say people if we want the plural form. Sport, it is regular because we can say sport and sports. And women, it is irregular because you can't say women's. No, you're going to say women. So you have to memorize the irregular plural forms here. Women, people, children, and men. Exercise number 4 in the workbook is about the irregular plurals. Read the description of words that are irregular in the plural, write the word. So we're going to write the word that it is irregular plural for, and by reading this definition or this description. Number 1, when boys are adults, they are these, they are men. Number 2, when girls are adults, they are these, they are women. Number 3, young boys and girls, we call them children. The plural of person is people. Small animals, Mickey is a famous one of these. Mice. Mouse is singular, mice is a plural. You have got these in your mouth. Teeth, we can say tooth, singular, and teeth, plural. And this is all that I have for today, my students. Have a nice day.